Hey guys, Costebros is here and welcome back to another episode of Jurassic World Evolution. Now, this episode is going to be a little bit of special episode. I don't think I'm going to include it in the main series, or at least for now it will be, but I don't know what I'll do in the end of the day. I would like this episode to become the first episode of a whole new series, but that depends on you guys and whether or not you would like to watch such a series of its own. Um, so, yeah, so I guess that you would know already what's going to happen in this video according to the title of this episode. But in case that you don't know, in this episode we are finally going to go to the Sandbox mode and play in the Sandbox mode of this game, otherwise known as the Isla Nublar. Which, if you guys didn't know already, this island is the original one. This island is where both the original Jurassic Park and Jurassic World operations have been established on, right? So it should be cool. We don't have any funds there, or it would be more accurate to say that we have unlimited funds there, so we don't have to be worried about the money, about the cost of anything. And yeah, so let's get this party started. Okay guys, so I really like the sign and the entrance, Jurassic World Isla Nublar. I really like it. And okay, we're in.
This island isn't just a place, it's a defining moment in time. And for me, well, it's frozen. It's always frozen to that moment when I first made eye contact with a T-Rex.
I'd say we can't live in the past, but that's kind of what we do, isn't it? I guess if we can bring back extinct animals, why not bring back extinct parks?
Okay, so as you can see, I've literally just started working on this island. So I have, you might say, a plan for this island, for this park, or at least I plan for this episode. So in today's episode we are going to create the entrance for this park, to this park. Is it straight? Yep, okay. So this is going to be some sort of like main street of sorts. So it is going to be quite cool, and I want to completely encase this road with steel fences. Now the reason is because I actually want this this part of the park to be a some kind of like safari zone type of deal. So it's like you are here, right? You can see the dinosaurs roaming around you, and it's like you're in the cage. It's like you are the one who is well, it's like you're watching them in the natural habitat. So I really like this idea, and I would like to put it in the in our park right off the bat, right? Once you enter the park, that's the first thing you see. You see this beautiful main street, and lots of herbivores, mainly dinosaurs, simply roaming around you, as if it was the natural habitat. That's my I guess goal. So I would really like that to happen, and for that to happen we need to enclose off the road, right? So that people won't be able to leave the street. Of course, we want to add the fence so that people won't get eaten by dinosaurs that simply walk onto the path. Even though we could do that, you know, we could we could do that, simply placing them there and let them roam. I don't think they would panic. I don't think they would kill people. So maybe it would be nice to test that out as an idea. But the first things that we want actually to have on this island are the two main important builds. We have the ranger station and we have the ACU center. Now let's add those two to the park. Right, we've added we've completed the paths, so now we need to run a power line from a medium power station. So let's do that as well. Right, and let's connect the path. Also, I want this episode to kind of be unedited and uncut, like you know. So hopefully that would be possible, and hopefully we'll manage to make this work, because it's going to be a challenge, but we'll manage to do it. I have, as you can see, a set of sort of a plan of what I want to do in this episode and what I want this part of the this park to look like. So that's great, I think. We also don't want any visitors that might arrive die just yet. It's not well, I guess that's fine for now. So yeah, so we have these two operations I don't know how to call them, operation builds, I guess. We don't need a storm defense station. We don't need, I don't think we can use those actually, even though it would be nice to check. So let's build that and check that out. Does it have a power line, or is it in, yeah, okay, so it's just about in the power range. So let's also, I completely forgot about it. We've unlocked a new skin. We've unlocked I believe it was the blue skin, I can't remember, but it is kind of cool. So we have new skins, and I think that I think that I want to have a different skin for every island. Of course, for this island, for Isla Nublar, I believe that I want to have the skin, the original Jurassic Park skin. Now, this is how the main road is going to look like. I really like it. You know what? I truly do. It looks kind of industrial for now, which I do kind of like. I also do want to add a little bit more to the path. Okay. And of course, one of the most important builds that we are yet to add is this Hammond Creation Lab. So let's add this one. Of course, without this build, we won't have any dinosaurs in the park, so that's important. We also need, I think, yep, we need this. So that's great. And let's create another Hammond Creation Lab right here. Yeah, okay, so now the dinosaurs that are going to roam these this safari zone of sorts are going to be all herbivores. Now I would have liked to add herbivores such as the Brachiosaurus to this safari zone. If you guys don't know the reason, then it's because the Brachiosaurus is one of the it's one of the first dinosaurs seen in Jurassic Park, the movie, I believe, or either it's one of the first dinosaurs or it's the first dinosaur. Either way, I really want that. However, we are yet to unlock any large sauropod or sauropod dinosaur, I believe. Is it called sauropod? I don't know. I'm not really that strong in those terminologies. But we did have the Diplodocus in the in Isla Muerta. However, we cannot create one. We could only have one from the science mission of that island. And I am so sorry, guys, but a little update about the Diplodocus. It has died. Deeper has died, and that's so sad. But alas, that's nature, and we cannot go against it. So unfortunately, it is what it is, and we cannot create another Deeper again, unfortunately. However, instead of creating and bringing a Brachiosaurus or a Diplodocus or any other dinosaur of this kind to this park, to this safari zone, we are going to add these Triceratops, which again are one of the earliest dinosaurs seen in the movies, and also this Struthiomimus, simply because this Struthiomimus is the first dinosaur you unlock in the game, and it feels as if this dinosaur is really best suited for this type of entrance to this kind of park, I guess. Again, I don't know if that makes sense, but it does in my head. So that's all that matters. Now, I do want to have some sort of mini enclosure for a few Struthiomimuses, sorry. So I hope it will be okay. I don't know if it will be too small or not. If it would be, then I guess we will add something different to this enclosure, but I really do hope that it will be fine. And also this is extremely crooked, so hopefully now this will be better. Also, I think it's straight. Okay, so it's simply the terrain that makes it look a little bit funky. So let's edit the terrain. Also, I mean, I don't have a very big vision, a very large vision to the entire park. I guess that this is going to be built slowly. So So yeah, I think that's the best possible way to build this park, actually, without any intention at the beginning, without any plans for the entire park, rather only for the beginning of it, so that we can get started, and then um, you know, and then everything will simply go, I guess, in a very unexpected way, which is always good. Being spontaneous is always a good thing. So hopefully you guys will like it and love it, and hopefully this park is going to be the best Jurassic World park that has ever been built. Hopefully. Because if it won't be the best park, then I'll cry quite hard. But yeah, I guess all we have to do and all we can do is do our best. And I really don't like how this place looks like. We really need to flatten things out here and smooth things. That's better. Let's flatten this thing out as well. Okay, so this is going to be an amazing episode. I am so excited that we are finally able to build our own Jurassic World and our own Jurassic Park in the original island, in Isla Nublar. And again, even though I did expect, I mean, you know what, I did expect there to be ruins of, I guess, Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, and I did expect there to be more, I guess, references to the movies and the books, and I guess there aren't any, which is a little bit disappointing. I mean, this is the original island after all. This is the biggest achievement of John Hammond. This is where John Hammond, well, I was gonna say a spoilers in nature thing, for the people who haven't read the books, but so I'm not going to say it in case that you haven't read the books, but this park holds, or this island holds, a lot of memories and a lot of really events and tragic events, and it's kind of a shame that none of those are even mentioned, or until now at least, and none of those are really referenced in this island as much as one would expect, and as much as one would have liked, I guess. So yeah, that is a really big shame. But anyway, you shouldn't cry over spilled milk, if that's how this saying is said. So yeah, let's release our dinosaurs. I think our dinosaurs should feel comfortable and happy, which they are to a certain extent. Oh, of course, they need food. I forgot that they can't simply eat from the grass and the trees on the island. I actually kind of forgot about that. You know what? Let's see what happens if we shoot a Struthiomimus and bring it to the little enclosure that we've just created. I wonder, because it's interesting if this enclosure will prove to be too small for the Struthiomimus to live in. I guess then that we'll have to place something else in it. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure really what to put in it otherwise, but I guess that this would be the only other option we've got. So there's that, I guess. We also have. So that's great. It's big enough to have a food source, a herbivore feeder. So that's great. Where is the Struthiomimus? And it should drop down any second now. That's great. Let's place it
En route to collect the asset.
here. Also the Triceratops. Okay, so the Triceratops are having really a lot of fun. So that's great. Also this, you know, the shame about this park, about the game actually, is that we have like the viewing rating, for example, for the park, right? And as you'll be able to see, we have a 0% of the dinosaur visibility, and that's mainly because we don't. Oh, that's solely because actually, if I'm not mistaken,
Asset transportation in progress.
that's pretty much solely because we don't have any viewing gallery, viewing platform. We don't have a gyrosphere, a gyrostation, and that's really. I don't like this mechanism. I would like for the visitors to be able to watch at the to see the dinosaurs and view them right from the fences. And if I'm mistaken, and if it's a possibility, then I am sorry for speaking nonsense, but I do believe that it's not possible. I do believe that this isn't how it works, and that saddens me dearly, because I would have really loved to simply create this place, for example, with while knowing, I guess, that people could view the dinosaurs as long as we put the feeders along the fence. Which, again, if that is the case, then I am really quite happy. And it has... Okay, so this enclosure is big enough. That's great, that's amazing.
Adding task.
So you know what? We are going to release really quite a lot of Struthiomimuses to this enclosure. We're going to create and release a Struthiomimus two basic looking dinosaurs, Struthiomimuses, two modified Struthiomimuses, cosmetically speaking, of course, and two other cosmetically modified Struthiomimuses, sorry, but modified with other genes, right? So, and maybe even more than just two of each kind of each looking dinosaur. I don't really know. We'll have to play and see what's going to happen. But yeah, so I am actually really glad that this enclosure is big enough. Also, now that I think about it, we should add a water source to this enclosure, because otherwise they won't be able to live here. So anyway, guys, I think that this is going to be it for this episode. I hope you've all enjoyed it. I sure have. This episode is a short one, right? And I would really like for it to be the first episode of an entirely new series. A series that I'm planning to call, I guess, the Jurassic World Evolution Sandbox mode something, right? Or I don't know how I'll call it, but that all depends on you guys, whether you guys would have liked to watch it or not. So leave a comment in the comments below what you think about it. If you don't want to see a whole series just about this game mode, then maybe I'll upload special episodes just like this one as a part of the career mode, right? The main series. Or maybe I won't upload a single episode of this game mode. I don't know. It all depends on you guys and what you think and what you would want and what you would have liked to see. So so yeah, guys, and also as you can see, this is a way shorter video than my regular videos. I want these videos of this game mode to be way shorter, to be about half the length of the regular videos, of the regular episodes. And yeah, guys, this is an entirely new ground for me. I'm trying to upload this without any editing, without any cuts, or almost without any editing, and it's really new for me. So please support this video. Give me suggestions if you think that that there's something that needs to be improved, I guess. And yeah, guys, so as usual, if you like the video, then be sure to hit that like button. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel and you want to see more episodes just like this one, please do subscribe. I'll put a link in the description for the main series of or the career mode series, should I call it like that. And yeah, guys, so I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye.